Paula Claudine Wilson Smith was born on February 19th, 1950. She was born in Asheville, North Carolina, but you would never know it. Miss Smith was raised on Turkey Creek, Kentucky, and attended Belfry High School. She was a coal miner's daughter to the core. She was proud of her Eastern Kentucky roots, and it showed. She went to the University of Kentucky for 4 years and then continued on to Morehead State University to obtain 2 master's degrees. Miss Smith's passion was teaching, a career that she continued for more than 25 years. Miss Smith had one daughter named Wendy Elizabeth Hazlett, whom she lost at a young age. Miss Smith's second marriage was to the love of her life, Harry Lee Smith. Though she was not able to have any of her own, she took in her niece and nephew as her grandchildren. Miss Smith also acted as a mother to all of her students. I met Miss Smith on my first day of high school at Pike County Central. She was the kind of woman that had a first impression that stuck with you. She corrected my grammar within 5 minutes of walking into the classroom. Miss Smith came off as the kind of teacher that would teach you a lot more than just English, and she definitely upheld that expectation. I learned lessons from Miss Smith that would stick with me for a lifetime. She taught me that no matter what comes at you in life, there is always a chance to come out stronger. Over my 4 years of high school, I cannot count the times that I heard Miss Smith say her trademark phrase, behind the ad on Preposition Street. And most of the time, I was the person she was correcting when she said it. Paula Smith was so much more than just a teacher. She was a confidant. Anything you needed, she was the woman to go to. She had an opinion on everything, and she most certainly was not afraid to voice it. Of all things, that is what I admired most about her. And it was probably the only thing that Miss Smith and I had in common, as our opinions on things were always polar opposites. So it was always a fun debate between us. My senior year of high school, I was placed into college English, and I decided to drop the class because I could not miss out on the opportunity to have Miss Smith as an English instructor one more time. It was a decision that I will never regret, because having her as a teacher and mentor will always mean so much more to me than a college credit ever could. So many memories of Miss Smith stick out in my mind. She was a character all on her own. She had a special way of saying things, and she liked things her way. She spent the entire year yelling at our college speech class for eating and leaving things on her floor. Then she would send me to buy her Cheetos, only to have her eat them in class and drop them everywhere. None of us ever said anything because we thought that the next place those Cheetos would end up was somewhere only our proctologist could find. Another one of her favorite epigrams. She was a blessing to Pike Central and mostly to all of her students. Miss Paula Claudine Wilson Smith, your crazy sayings and all those grammar lessons will stay with me always. Thank you for making my high school years more about just the learning.